Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Life with Patty, and happy Wednesday everybody. This today this open collab that I am joining in on is called hashtag What's Up Wednesday, and it is hosted by the sweet Lucia over at Tijo Creates. And every Wednesday she has What's Up Wednesday, kind of like Kathy and I have Tea Tuesday. And you can just come on and just tell them what's up with you right now, or what are you doing, or if you want to share something. So many of you have been asking me how I do my skin tones when I'm coloring a picture. So I thought I would share that with you today. We'll do a little coloring together. I hope the angle of the camera is going to work this way. But anyways, this is a coloring book called Elegant Faces, and it is by a cuckoo, which I love this author's books. They're kind of eccentric, kind of off the hook, but I really enjoy them. So I thought we could do a page in here together. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to do the whole page together, because that would be kind of a long video. But this is the one I chose. I'm going to turn it around now, and let me see. So you are going to see me color. My hand might be in the way sometimes, but I'll try to do the best I can. So the main thing is you're wanting to know every time I show my completed pages or a page that I've worked on, I have somebody always ask me, what did you do your flesh tone in? How did you get your skin tones to look like that? What did you use? I'm going to show you what I use 95% of the time. And they are called the Dual Tip Skin Tone Markers. These are by Peter Popper Press. We sell them at my work, but I'm not promoting them for my work because we don't ship out to customers. So if you don't live in my area, you're definitely not going to buy them from me. I did look on Amazon, and they are $12.99. That's what they sell for at our store. They are $12.99 on Amazon. So, all right, we'll open it up. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get 6 colors. You get apricot, which is my favorite. Apricot is my absolute favorite. I've become really began to like powder. There's cocoa and ebony. This one is porcelain and mocha. Okay, so I find like I'm doing a Japanese girl in this book as well, and I used the porcelain or the powder, one of the two. It turned out beautiful. The ebony is really, really dark. So I did it one time in ebony. I don't know, it was just too dark. I think the cocoa or the mocha are better choices, but whatever. So, okay, we are going to go with apricot today. That's my favorite colors to use. You have 2 tips. So on this side, you have a fine tip, which I tend to do a lot of times, like in small areas, like the ears. But where these ears are I could probably just use the other side as well. But I'm going to show you how it applies with the small tip. Now, here's the thing. If I was to do the face with this side, these are alcohol markers, and they would dry before I finished an area. It would dry, and that's where you get your blotchiness, okay? So, when you turn it over, you have a paintbrush on this side. Now, the one thing with these paintbrush sides is after a while, and it doesn't take long, and they break down, and then they're not as sharp of a tip. So, honestly, these don't last a long time for the brush side, but I try to be as gentle as I can with them so that it will last longer. But I absolutely love these brushes. Also, the Ohuhu brushes are wonderful that have the paintbrush side like this. And you have to watch with the Ohuhu because some of them are just the square tip and then the fine tip. So you want the ones that have the paintbrush on one side. But for the most part, I can get this done before it dries completely. And then that's where you get your blotchiness. I still am getting a little bit. I can see right now I am. But I'm trying to get it as fast as I can so that I don't get that blotchiness. All right, so there we are with the faces done. Now we have the neck. And then we have the other part of the neck here. And I did go out of the lines a little bit right there on the neck, on the bands, but that's okay because it's going to cover up with a different color. So it's all right. So that's it. Like, seriously, with grayscale and these markers, look at how beautiful that turned out. And it didn't take hardly any time at all. This is why I prefer them over pencils when when I'm doing large areas of skin tone especially. Okay, this right here that is what I have is a fine tip Sharpie. There's ultra fine and then there's fine tip of Sharpies, and then they get bigger from there, but I never use the bigger ones. Now, the Sharpies don't dry as fast, so, and I'm working with a small area. So there we are. We have her lips. Beautiful lips. Okay. For some reason, for the eyes, I love to do gel pens because the gel pens kind of make it a little bit more translucent. And it looks like you've spent hours and hours on them, and you really haven't. If I was really a good editor, I'd put some music to this, but I probably won't. We'll see. I'll probably just upload it just after I finish. That's just how I am. I don't do a lot of editing on my videos. Maybe I should. Maybe that would improve my numbers. I'm really trying to get to 3,000. But yeah, it's taken a while. Okay, so there are her eyes. Now, we're going to get funky. We're going to have some fun with her hair. And I think I'm going to make her hair purple. You can go traditional with yellows that are like a blonde looking color, or browns or whatever. Okay, so this, again, is the Ahuhu art marker, where you have, on this side, you have the paintbrush. On this side, you have like the square tip. You don't have the ultrafine on this one. But I like them because they cover a large area. The paintbrush does. So that you don't get so much blotchiness. Now, if I wanted to get really, you know, fancy and creative, I could add some pink to her hair to make it two-tone. But for today, we're just going to go with this purple. So she's going to have bright purple hair. I don't know about her eyebrows, what I should do, though. Maybe I'll do a little bit. I don't know. That's a very good question. What would you do? Would you do her eyebrows brown? Because obviously nobody's born with purple hair, so she's colored her hair. So would you do her eyebrows purple, or would you leave them brown or blonde? I think we're going to go with a light brown color for her eyebrows. And I am not one that is really good with, see, you can see where it's starting to dry there. So I'm trying to re-blend it again. And that's just the risk you take with markers, that you don't get that with a pencil. So if you're a pencil lover, you have that going for you. It doesn't dry and make it blotchy. And I have a friend up the road from me here, Rochelle. Hi, Rochelle. She likes to watch my videos too. And she's an amazing colorist. But she prefers to use pencils. Because she says that a lot of times she'll start with a marker and then they dry up. And she's absolutely right. That does happen a lot. So, and it is very aggravating. So, I can see where she likes the pencils, but she does great with the pencils. I feel like the pencils are so much more work. The coverage it takes and how long it takes to do it. But she also doesn't like to deal with large areas like this. She likes smaller, more, I don't know what you want to say, intricate pages. Trying to give her a little bit of bangs, you know, uneven, not just straight across straight. I love doing portraits like this. It's probably one of my favorite things to color. I used to, when I first started coloring in adult color books, because I've colored my whole life since I was a little girl, and even when adult color books were not popular, I would just get regular color books and color in them, or I would get those doodle arts. I don't know if a lot of you remember those. And I would color those, but when adult color books came along, Jesus had answered my prayers. No. And you all know, if you watch my channel enough, that Jesus answers my prayers a lot, because I always seem to be getting new books. Now, I know if you were coloring with pencils, we'd be here a lot longer for the amount of area that I have covered already. Today was a nice sunny day outside. The wind was only blowing 5 miles an hour. But to me, it was still really cold. And I was talking to different customers today about what they set their house on, what, you know, their temperature. And I tell you, if it's below 70 in here, I'm cold. And I was talking to one gal that they keep their house set at 63. That's cold, folks. That's cold. All right. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use maybe the mocha, just to do a little bit of her. No, I don't know. I'm scared. I'm barely touching it because it is grayscale, so barely touching it. Just giving a little bit of color to that, but I don't want to hold a lot. I don't want a whole lot on there. I don't. Okay. Oh, that turned out okay. I like that. Very good. Yay, Patty. Yay, Fruit Patty. All right, let's give her a red neckband. Now, these are Touch Yotes. I don't know. They came off of Amazon. They're a twin marker with the square tip on one side and the fine tip on the other side. These are pretty cheap. These were like, for like 262 pieces, I think it was like $34. But sometimes you do get what you pay for, you know, because they dry up quicker. So they definitely don't last like the Ahoohoos. Oh, geez, maybe this wasn't a good choice. This red with her purple hair, whew, looks like the circus came to town. I don't know, but well, now that we did it, we're going to do it again. This band around her dress here is going to be red as well. So as you can see, a page like this doesn't take a super long time with markers. So let's see, what else are we gonna do? Maybe I'm gonna do a light yellow there, and then we can go over it with the other colors afterwards. So we'll make her dress this light yellow. And then if we get into the lines of the flowers or something, it's okay because we can go over it with a darker color. I'll try not to get into them, but if I do, it'll be forgiving. Like right here where this plant is, the leaves, we can go over it with some green and it'll be just fine. I have to my left over here, I have a drawer that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 drawers. Mostly full of markers. A couple of them have just extra stuff, paper and stuff. And then I have a big set over here. And I have a little set of who's over here. And I have my colored pencils. Our dining room table is my coloring studio. I mean, if we have company over, I move it all off. But when it's just us, I think my husband likes that I color in here because then we can visit. If I go back to the craft room and he's in here, then we don't really visit. But sometimes I go back there for crafting, but it's also a great escape. If he has a friend over and I am in my pajamas and I don't really feel like socializing, I just go to my craft room. And if it's just the two of us, I'll sit out here and color and visit with him or watch TV with him or something. And this is grayscale. I know, Brenda, you don't understand grayscale, but what grayscale does is it does a lot of the shading for you, which once you get used to it, you love it. All right, I've got a gel marker. How did my thing get turned around? I don't know. I have a gel marker here that I'm going to use for the little leaves. Let's see, where are we? We're at 17 minutes here. So what I think I'm going to do is just end the video here. But you saw the main thing I wanted to show you was how I did the flesh tone. Very simple when you have the right markers. So I have to fill in here. We didn't get it all. Okay. I will try to put a picture on my thumbnail to show you what this looks like finished. But I'm not going to have you watch the rest of the video of me coloring it because it's going to be another 20 minutes or so. But Lucia, thank you so much for hosting What's Up Wednesday. I hope you guys all have a great Wednesday. That's halfway through the work week, right? And then it's almost the weekend, but my weekend is full this weekend. Jackson has a makeup basketball game. And then I'm taking my granddaughter birthday shopping. And then the normal routine of laundry, and got to help the husband clip the dog's nails. And we just got a busy weekend this weekend. No downtime this weekend. But I didn't even realize President's Day is on, I think, the 18th or 19th. And my coworker just informed me we're closed that day. So I have a 3-day weekend coming up pretty soon. And I'm like, yippee skippy. All right, let me just finish these leaves. All right. There we are. So I'm almost done. But, all right, you guys, thanks for tuning in, and I shall talk to you later. Bye-bye.